So let's have a quick look at what serverless offering does Microsoft Azure has to provide us. Now, Microsoft Azure has a bunch of serverless offerings that to offer us, not in the terms of only of the compute and not in the term of databases, but in other business aspects as well. We have Azure for serverless Azure functions, where we can just deploy a piece of code and that's it. We get it up and running without managing the infrastructure. We have Azure Logic apps for our serverless workflow. We have Azure Event Grid that just allows developers to react to the events from the various resources in real time. We have Azure Cosmos DB and we have Azure Container Apps. We will have a look at that in the next upcoming slides because our masterclass is based on Azure Container Apps. So let's have a quick look on the compute resource services that Microsoft Azure has to provide. So you have, first of all, that there is serverless functions. Now, what serverless functions is a compute service that allows our code to run in a serverless environment. We just write the piece of code in our desired language. Let's say Microsoft provides the integration for a C hash. You want to write your code in PHP, Java, Python. You can write your code in the desired language and you put it on the serverless function and it is there. It is up and running. Now, if we have our containerized applications, let's say our application is containerized. Now, what we have the solution for serverless on Azure, it is Azure Kubernetes service that is basically called as AKS. Now, what AKS does, it provides an orchestrating environment for your containers that scales up and down according to your needs. And then last but not least, we have Azure Container Apps. Now, Azure Container Apps is the serverless offering by Microsoft, fully managed serverless offering by Microsoft Azure that is specifically used for our containerized application and microservices. Now, for the microservices, we have a third-party integration with that as well. That is distributed application runtime just for our microservices to talk to each other. We have this integration, and then we have and Kubernetes event-driven auto-scaling, KEDA, to scale our application, to scale our containers, whether vertically or horizontally, because behind the scenes, Container Apps is powered by the Kubernetes itself, and we will have a brief look on that in the upcoming slides as well.